What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Man and Machine episode 225 here. Ben, it feels like forever since we've been on the show. I don't know
Yeah,
about you, but
it has
uh,
been forever. It's been a week and a half.
it's been a while. For those of you who aren't familiar, Ben and I are the co-founders of PeakBot, an easy-to-use automated trading platform for everyday retail traders. We have ourselves and our partners with about, Ben, you think we're at 40 strategies live or going to be live at 40 here soon?
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah, definitely.
So we got all types of automated trading strategies. Happy 420. Everybody's very aware of this. Happy 420, everybody. Smoke them if you got them, I guess. But we got a packed show today. We have stocks in real life. We've got a little. I want to know how your weekend was, actually, Ben. Why don't we do that first? How was your weekend?
Let
And
me
we can
think.
get
Let
to
me
that.
think. Niece's birthday on
Nice.
Saturday.
Okay.
So drove to my brother's house, which is about an hour and a half away. Nice
Okay.
family party there. And
Okay.
then father-in-law's birthday yesterday. So it
Nice.
was a weekend full of birthday parties.
Okay, it sure was. Let me ask you, with all these birthday parties, was there a singular best thing you ate? Were they any of them
No,
barbecues?
man, both parties, bagel sandwiches. That
Oh,
was it.
okay.
That
Well,
was
you're not complaining. I'm not complaining about that, but that
No,
is
no, and I brought home bagel sandwiches for the entire week, so I don't need to go food shopping. I've got lunch, dinner,
so
and snacks.
when we're working later today and we're in a meeting, I'm going to see you start opening up
You're
an
gonna
egg
see
sandwich.
a bagel sandwich, yeah, yeah. How about you? How was your weekend?
It was good, man. It was good. Just tried to be outside and for the most part, but then the weather kind of turned. Yesterday, this is what I was talking about backstage, and I'll have to send you a video. But I'm leaving Target with my wife and my kid, and we are walking to the car, and there's a Krispy Kreme truck, okay, dropping off deliveries, okay, and nice young man in the back of the truck says, "Hey guys, come over here." Oh, it's not. He goes, "Here, this is for you guys. These are extra." Okay. And I'm going to pull up the picture of how many donuts I received. Okay.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh my
Here.
goodness.
Okay. So we got like munchkins, minis, a 6-pack variety of full size, and then a 15-pack of full size. Okay. Um,
Wow.
so
That picture
that,
looks fake. That looks like a display
no, I
for a
know.
magazine.
I took my time with that. Yeah, one more time for the people at home. Yeah. Good morning from Houston, Purple Cypress. You ever have Krispy Kreme donuts in Houston? Don't know. Don't know how far they're stretched, but Ben,
I think they're everywhere. They're publicly traded, you know.
can we switch the stocks in real life?
We could switch
If Krispy
stocks.
Kreme has
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Is it themselves or is it the company who owns them? Maybe we can.
No, it's themselves.
I'll get
Uh,
lost.
Krispy Kreme ticker. I forget the ticker. The ticker is DNUT.
Unbelievable. I feel like we must have spoken about this before. $3.61. So here, let me tell you something. So it was a beautiful moment, right? I made a big deal of it. I'm like, yeah, we scored. Yeah. I ate way too many of them. Did gift a few to neighbors. When I say a few, I mean that 15-pack was. I had to get rid of that. Oh
Yeah,
man,
definitely.
not not a great set. How far away is this? A 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? What do we got here? Oh,
This
5 years.
is this is 2022. Yeah, so just yeah, it's about 5 years.
Okay. So we got this beautiful thing. And by the way, have you had Krispy Kreme? I mean, you've had Krispy Kreme donuts. They're amazing.
Yeah,
Hello?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, the trick is you have to wait for the light to be on in the store. That's when you know that they just came out fresh. And that's when you
Okay.
go
So,
in and purchase your donuts. Of
all
course,
right.
to eat immediately and then
Yeah.
take a few home.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And look, the ones that are being delivered to Target, they're packed that morning. They closed them all in Houston. Not enough
Dang.
donut lovers down in Houston. So here's what I'm thinking though, Ben. This beautiful moment, then, dude. So this old man, I don't want to like insult this stranger, but like he just, not my kind of guy. Came out of nowhere. Now watch this happen, right? Comes up to the back of the truck to the guy and goes, "Oh, you giving away free donuts?" And now this guy's stuck. Now this guy's got to give. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You got to give him donuts. So this beautiful moment that I shared with my family felt so much less special immediately. Like this guy came and had to like ask for 3 donuts, instead of goodwill. Anyway, that's America. But
Nah, that's
I
not that big of a deal. Your mic is cutting out, by the way.
oh man,
You have,
let me
you
try
have the
that
correct
again.
mic on?
Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I don't know why it would be not working. I'm sorry. It is the right mic.
All right.
Last thing I'll say about it, I think it's part of their marketing campaign. I think it's designed this way, right? Every store they go to, they're going to stack a couple extra in the truck and bless a family with donuts. Of course. I'm here sitting here saying I'm buying Krispy Kreme stock today. I'm not gonna probably, but I want to. I think it's part of their game. I think it's a good tactic to build up brand.
You don't want to buy Krispy Kreme after what you see on the chart here.
No.
I mean, literally, it's been all downhill.
Yeah. When did they IPO?
It looks like 2021. So,
oh, jeez.
Yeah, IPO'd around, call it $16. Now they're trading at $3.60. Yikes.
Yeah, it's a yikes. It's all right though. Hey, listen, it's not for everybody, but the donuts were delicious, and then it was a nice moment. That's why that was my weekend. So, anyway, we can get back into the real stock of the day if you want. I do not have a trade idea on
I
Krispy
don't either.
Kreme,
But
other than sell your shares.
The stock in real life for today is Verizon, which I believe both you and I are Verizon members.
Not that I have much of a choice. That's not true, but
there's enough of a choice. We've got AT&T around here. We've got all these smaller companies popping up for $20 a month or
with
wild
names.
Yeah, like Cricket or Mint.
There's Kush. There's isn't there Kush Mobile? Speaking of 420, there's some crazy name. Sounds like a smoking thing. Kush Mobile or something.
Maybe.
There's all these providers coming out. Boost Mobile now. Boost Mobile's been around forever, actually.
Yeah, but Verizon was definitely the monopoly in our area. I'm sure other areas there was Sprint and T-Mobile, which merged, and then there's AT&T, of course.
I think T-Mobile's the closest competitor here, at least in New Jersey, New York, Northeast.
They certainly advertise a lot. Their commercials are always on TV.
It's just pink versus red, right?
Yeah.
It's just T-Mobile versus. But by the way, I don't see T-Mobile targeting AT&T. I see T-Mobile going directly after Verizon.
Yeah.
But I'm a Verizon member. I'm actually considering switching to their internet. I have Optimum internet, which is expensive. But it's not as expensive when you get their cable. But I'm pretty much done with cable. Turns out giving away donut was not a good business model. You're right. Maybe they shouldn't do that. They own
us. That's for sure.
Well, it's the thing. They offer internet for $50, $60 a month, but it's never just that. It's tied into everything else you got going on, and yeah. I don't have real complaints. I'm never without internet. My phones work. I hate going to Verizon or dealing with Verizon, but I think that'd be the same across brands, wouldn't you?
Yeah, totally. That's just the headache that you're going to get dealing with these companies.
Telecom. All right, so let's talk about. Do you have any terrible stories with Verizon?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I know Verizon has been traded on Trend Spread and Wheel. Verizon actually offers a pretty good dividend. So before PeakBot even started, I used to trade Verizon and try to come up with a dividend strategy because they pay out. It's like a 4 point something percent annualized. It's actually dividend yield looks like it's 6.08% currently. I can share this tab. The chart doesn't look terrible either. It dips when the market dips. It follows the market pretty much is what it feels like. To an extent, right? And the date on what?
No, the beta 0.03.
0.03. Yeah. Okay. So maybe it doesn't follow the market as much as it visually looks like. But see, this is what's interesting. Every quarter, you get a nice dividend of 70 cents. It looks like it's paying now. Yeah, right around 70 cents for the past year. Going back further, they're slightly increasing their dividend as time goes on. So yeah, I mean, think about that. You're gonna, for every 100 shares that you own, which is gonna cost you $4,600, you're getting a $70 payout every quarter. So
better than many other dividends. Yeah.
And after so 4 quarters in a year, 70 times 4, you're getting about $280 a year just for holding the shares. Never mind share appreciation, never mind if you're selling covered calls on top of that. So there's ways to definitely milk your returns on a high dividend yield stock like this. AT&T is pretty similar. I don't know what their dividend yield is at right now, but they're the ticker T. And again, I traded them a while ago as well, just to capture that dividend. I was actually obsessed with dividend capture strategies before PeakBot started.
I caught maybe a little bit of wind of that back in those days. Was Verizon your favorite?
No, I think AT&T was. And yeah, DRIP, dividend reinvestment. I liked the feature that was available for automatic DRIP, but I didn't personally like the strategy. Like if I'm getting my cash, I'm gonna want to put it where it makes sense, because I was also selling covered calls on top of my shares, so the DRIP wouldn't be enough for me to get another 100 shares. So I wanted to put that cash where I could make it work a little harder.
Okay, I love that. Well, let me ask you this.
Nice, that's legit, Doug.
There you go, 50 for shares. Nice. So where were we at in 2017 on this then? Let's see. Obviously it depends, but trading right around $30 a share, maybe, around that. So by the way, Ben, looking at the recent chart here, kind of tough. Another stock that maybe is a little tough right now. I mean, it had a huge jump here on a nice earnings report. It looks like back in January, end of January. It's hit their last 4 earnings. They've hit their last 4 earnings reports. Got one coming up actually on April 26th. So that's coming up here. But it had a big spike. It kind of flattened out and it headed down just a bit, back down to this $44 price point and bounced back up just in the last few days. I have a trend line on mine drawn at $42 a share. I wonder when that was, but
probably.
Any thoughts on this personally? We can look at the chain if you want, but I don't.
I mean, looking at this, yeah. I mean, looking at this, if you were to start a strategy back in 2016, where you said, "All right, every time we dip below $30, I'm going to accumulate some more shares, accumulate, and then throughout this ride here, you're cashing in on the dividends. You have stock appreciation, and then we dip back down below 30." Accumulate for the course of about another year, and then just continue to collect on dividends, covered calls, and then watch the shares appreciate over time. I'm tempted to just go back to that strategy. Like I said, I've been obsessed with dividend capture strategies for a long time, and it looks really nice. And now, but the tricky part is, all right, at what level am I saying accumulate now? Maybe it's $40 now, right?
Yep.
Once you drop below like this $40 price point, that's when I would accumulate those shares, maybe 100 to start out with, so that way I can sell a covered call on it and collect a nice dividend payout every quarter. Who knows? That would be my strategy on this stock.
All right, so dividend play on Verizon. And maybe check out AT&T. Certainly not financial advice, just some information and some insight. All right, fantastic. Where are you headed now? Are you going to go take a look at it? Let's see. You're right. It is a similar chart.
AT&T, it's a little bit cheaper. and it looks like their dividend payout's a bit less. So their dividend yield is 4.2%. That's interesting. Back when I was trading these, I remember AT&T having a higher dividend yield versus Verizon. So interesting to see that.
All right, so that does it for stock of the day. Ben, what do we got next? I think we can we can talk about bots, obviously, and results. For the first time in a long time, we've experienced more losses than usual on some of our King AI strategies, our 1DTE Iron Condors. We can take a look at that. Still incredibly profitable strategies, but some bumpy days here. We can talk about that. Ben, did you have anything else in mind? Otherwise, I can kind of get started.
Yeah, no, we've got Gatekeeper. We're not necessarily starting the bot shop on it today, but I can give an overview of Gatekeeper since that is.
Why don't you do that?
Should be in people's accounts now. Can you stall for a minute, because I just realized I've got to integrate with Schwab in multiple places.
Of course,
that way our bots can do their thing.
Of course, I can stall. All right, so let me share my screen. I'm going to pull some stuff up here. And we're going to talk about King AI and the recent losses that we've seen. The bot's still up over 100% since September. All right, but let's just pull this up here. Okay. How many more times do you guys think I can say pull this up without pulling it up? All right. Here we go. So on screen here, this is King AI results sheet. Okay, so this is tracked and updated every time there's a trade. I will zoom in. All right, so what we can see here is last week we had a pretty busy week. We took 3 trades, I believe. Yep. So expiring on the 15th, 16th, and 17th. You can see we lost 2 out of 3 trades, and we've lost 3 of the last 6. 3 of the last 5 rather. So definitely not normal behavior for King AI. As you guys can see, as we can scroll down here, the bot does typically maintain right around between an 88 and 92% win rate, both in live trades and 10 years of back-tested data. So we can see here as we come back down, this is now the beginning of where live trades started back in September 17th. All right, so what we're going to do is, just so you guys can see, and as I highlight all of these so you can see the total return since launch per unit, I want you guys to also understand that these results are live results across, sorry, I don't know why this paused. I'm trying to get the music back. These gains and losses are built on the average gain and loss across every account, automating that strategy. Okay, so it's not just my account or Ben's account. This is weighing in everybody who's trading the strategy and automating it. So as we can see here, the bot, I believe, is up just around $2,400. So I know it's small down in the corner of the screen here, but we can see up $2,440. Now that is before fees. Okay. However, if you're on Tradier Pro Plus, you're only paying 10 cents per contract on SPX, which is fantastic. So we can see April. This is the first big red month we've seen in quite a while here. Okay. But still missing a lot of volatility and likely more of a bloodbath in the week and a half that it just did not trade. Okay. We were happy about that, truthfully. A lot more money has been lost in the market than 1,100 in April. As you can see, as we sit back here and come back through the former months, a lot of green, a lot of no trading, and a lot of avoiding big losses. Okay, so that is King AI. Okay, again, all time, still up $2,400, call it $2,500, only using $2,000 per unit. So whatever that math is, 120%, 125% return. So fantastic for King AI. However, it has been a bumpy road over the last, call it, month, 3 weeks. Okay. And then we'll take a look at King AI Turbo. Okay. Similar. Do your bots work on Schwab? Yeah. Yeah, Doug. Never mind, Doug. I thought you'd know that, Doug, if we're being honest. All right. So here's King AI Turbo, okay? Similar tough sledding recently since the end of March, all right? But again, let's look at the total profitability on this strategy, all right? This bot is up. We got it. Yeah, this thing is crazy if it's still up $3,400, nearly $3,500. Ben, I'm almost saying we got to check that, but I'm pretty sure this is right.
It's right. It's definitely right. But if you just started with Turbo last month, you're like, this bot sucks.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that did that. A lot of people that started just right at the end of March here. So look, you got to hang on. All right, I know you're clenching your teeth right now, but we can get through this. Again, not financial advice. We're just looking at the results. But what's easier to see here is that King AI Turbo was overperforming for a good stretch and has now come back down to where we expect it to be in the back tests, whereas King AI is still doing its thing and right now underperforming over the last 3 weeks. So my money's in King AI. That's what I'm trading in my accounts. I do not have Turbo on at the moment, but yeah. That's King AI and King AI Turbo. Ben, I can give it back over to you to intervene and talk Gatekeeper, and then we can kind of round out on the rest of our strategies.
Yep, let's talk Gatekeeper. So this is I'll call it a new category of strategy for PeakBot. And never mind all these things you see on my screen. A lot of this is just a bunch of test stuff, but Gatekeeper is in beta now. So if you are a PeakBot user, you will notice Gatekeeper in your account. If you don't see Gatekeeper in your account, reach out and we will get it added to your account. Go to peakbot.com/strategy or strategies to learn more about Gatekeeper, but I'm going to talk about it for a little bit. I've got some PDF stuff to share on screen, although I'm not allowed to share every page. I've got a couple of page numbers that I am allowed to share, but
okay.
To talk about it, and then while I talk about it, I'm just going to put up these results here. These are live results, actual trades in my account over the last, when did we start? 25th. So call it month, 3.5 weeks. 4 weeks. These are trades in my account. It's been really fun. I'll just leave this up here while I talk about what it does. So this bot, it does not use AI in its day-to-day decision-making basis. However, it does use AI to find patterns towards the, I'll call it momentum patterns towards the end of each day. And those patterns have to match some sort of market structure. Like there's got to be some sort of structural reason to believe that these patterns exist. So we use AI to sift through. Now, King AI sifts through about 300 different data points. This is sifting through tens of thousands of data points, which is part of the reason why it's not really a live AI decision, but it is adjusting itself. So what it is, it's a rules-based, so a conditional logic, 0 DTE or 1 DTE SPY options trading strategy. So this is not SPX. This is SPY, and I'll get to that question from Mega Monster in just a second. It is a cascading strategy. So what we mean by that is it can take multiple positions. It won't always, but it can take up to 7 positions at a time. And these are usually the at the money or slightly out of the money call or put options. And it'll only be call or put in a single day. It won't be both. But it is momentum based. So as price is moving in a direction, let's say price is moving up towards the end of the day, we're going to get into those cheaper contracts and then look to scalp or take a small loss. And the orders that are placed are OTOCO by the bot. So once the bot places, the broker kind of does the rest. In regards to concern around theta during the last 2 hours, yeah, there's definitely concern there. I'd say that the profit targets, I mean, we're not looking to double our contract value. We're looking to maybe take 20%, 30%. I could actually tell you our profit targets are mostly 10 or 20% for all potential entries. So I'll share screen just to look at some of our back test data on this strategy. So this is the call side equity curve. So there's a call side and there's a put side. And again, only one's going to trade in a particular day. Again, this is back tested data, all theorized. There's obviously live conditions can be different. We did see the live trades in my account just a second ago. So they are matching up to what we see in the back test data so far. So there's the call side, there's the put side, and then we can combine these into the call and the put side together, and we can see how this strategy has returned over time. This is back tested all the way back to what was it, March or May 16th, 2022, when 0GTs became available on SPY. So here's the equity curve comparison. The green is the combined chart. Blue is the call side, red is the put side. And again, it is a momentum-based strategy. Let's see, we can also go to slide 6 here. This is the yearly performance, how many trades this is taken on the call side and the put side, what the win rates were on the call side, win rates on the put side, what was your overall P&L, and then here's some high-level stats for the call side and the put side. So I'll leave that up for just a second. As you can see, the profitable days versus profitable trades is lower, right? Because you could win a couple of trades and then hit a losing one. So what's going to happen is in the afternoon, the bot's going to get into a position. And then when the next potential entry is about to happen, the bot checks to see if your current position is profitable or not profitable. If it's not profitable, it's not going to take another position because we don't want to increase exposure if we're in a losing position already. If it is profitable, then it's going to stack onto that. And we're assuming that there's momentum building in our direction. And then once we see that momentum shift, well, that's why our OTOCO order is in there to prevent major losses, right? We're going to get out at a price that, again, not fun to lose, but we're not going to lose our entire position. We want to have a stop loss here. So it'll cascade on itself, and it could get up to 7 positions in a single day. I've not seen that personally while I've been trading it live. I think the most that I have had in a day is 6, so that was a lot. But they're not necessarily all open at the same time, right? Position 1 is going to take profit, and then position 2, 3, and 4 could open up, and then maybe position 3 takes profit, and then 5 and 6 open up, while 2 and 4 take profit. So you could be I'd say you're probably in like 2 to 3 open positions at one time if price is moving in our direction. Again, that's just a guesstimate, but the overall exposure, I believe at least, is worth the potential gain that you can see on this. And gains stack up. Again, they're quick base hits that we're aiming for here. I'll switch back to this tab here and then go over to the trade by trade basis. So let's take a look at the 15th. That's when 6 trades happen. So $46 win, $18 and 20, 16, 17, 13, 41, 20. Actually, I went too far. But if you add all of these up, that's a $130 day. But none of the actual trades won more than $50. So we're just trying to knock some base hits here.
And Ben, really quick, to be clear, cash that's needed in the account right now, you need 25K to be able to make day trades. But let's say they're clear of that. Cash needed in a given day, we're going to go $2,000 per unit, correct?
Yeah,
even
that's right.
Cash use is even less most of the time, but like that's the buffer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the contracts that we're getting to, again, they're at the money or close to the money. They're only costing, call it about $200. We're gonna get into a couple of those. So really, you're not even getting close to the $2,000 use. We're kind of just saying that because you need that. If you're trading a cash account, you're going to need cash the next day because we're still T+1. But yeah, no, good strategy in my opinion. Of course, we made it, so I'm a little biased. But the live results so far have been matching towards the back-tested results, which is something that's key that we like to look for before we actually launch a strategy into the market. So this is in beta right now. You can go ahead and try it out. in your account. Again, if you don't have access to it, send us a message. We'll make sure your account has access to it, and we'll be watching. We'll be seeing how this performs over the next several weeks before we take that beta tag off of it.
Yep. And again, reminder, you need 25K in the account. Otherwise, you're going to be getting into either not taking trades or taking too many. So careful.
Yeah, 25K or have a cash account. Cash account
as well. I always forget that. Sorry. Awesome. Okay. Very excited about Gatekeeper. It's been a little while since we've put out a new bot. King AI Turbo was the last bot that we put out. Obviously a great one. So big shoes to fill, even though that's not actually true because Turbo didn't go anywhere. High bar is set. Let's say that. Ben, without giving detail, what's the bot coming behind Gatekeeper? What's next for the people for our engaged audience who might just want to stay tuned?
We've got two. We've got one that we're calling Crossfire right now. We've got another one that we're calling D-Flow. I'm pushing for D-Flow to be launched first, even though Crossfire is further along. Crossfire is a mean reversion strategy. D-Flow is I'll call it a macro order flow strategy.
Okay. Well, very exciting. We'll be bringing the strategy and the education here to these live shows as they're ready for you. And of course, beta testing and all that good stuff. And it's all automated for you. So obviously the more you know, the better, but fully hands-free trade execution. Awesome. All right, Ben, great job with Gatekeeper. Kudos to the whole team there for putting that out and getting it to where it is now. So Ben, I think maybe, I want to touch on one other thing with bots. I'm going to go back to Shoreboat because I'm pissed I wasn't trading it this past week. And I don't know if you were either. Do you happen to know what happened with Shoreboat this week?
I have no idea.
Okay. So obviously I'm kind of leading into what we're getting at here. But let's take a look at this. Ben, look at this week we had last week, man.
Wow.
5 for 5.
See, this is why you need to
be
be trading all strategies at the same time.
I know. This is what happens when we have King AI and King AI Turbo taking a beating, and you have Shorbo going 5 for 5 in a week. And I mean, look, it's break even on the month, as you can see. We have had 3 pretty sizable losses, but I mean, geez, man. I think March was a green month. February was obviously very green. January was just a little red. So I mean, hey, look, if you've been trading Shorbo since the beginning of 2026. You're very profitable right now. Let's see what that would be actually. So since the first trade in the new year, which is, we'll call it right here, the bot's up $16.49 a unit in 2026. Okay, it uses $500 to trade, so that's over a 300% return on cash since the beginning of 2026. Ben, how streaky is this thing, man? And I'd say it every time we look at it. I'm like, I play this thing week by week.
I mean, look at the chart. It always has ups and downs.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire period that we've been tracking it.
And when did we go live? We went live 7 of 25. So like, we always point this out. Like right here, we went live.
Yeah, talk about buying the top, selling the bottom.
Yeah, it happens. You want to just let's be transparent. What do you think this is returned since launch? You think we're green or red? Green or red? Green or red?
Probably red.
I'm gonna say we're green. $123 in the green.
Nice.
Now with fees, even on Tradier Pro Plus, we're probably talking just a little bit in the red. But again, the idea here is we want to keep an eye on this thing. If it's I'm too scared to turn it on now. Truthfully, like I wish I had. Yeah, I should have seen this on the 10th here. I should have been like, oh, under a 50% win rate here this month. Let's turn it on. I'm not going to ruin this fun for the people who are trading short. But I'm going to stay off of it until I see some red again. But that's that. Ben bot was tough last week too. Mm-hmm. But expected, right? I mean, it's been a tough week. It's been a tough week. And when I see you sitting out, right? When we see Ben bot sitting out, that tells us something, right? Because this is probably our most active bot, trades pretty much every day, even with the different approaches you've taken to it, you know?
Oh yeah. Rough week. Tough to trade through a war.
No, it is, and we're okay sitting out. But so look, ultimately, our bots are you know, we've seen some ups and some downs, but still profitable over time since launch on all of our strategies. And yeah, I think that covers it, man. So if you're interested, if you're sitting there and you're like, hey, I would love to have my trades automated. I have a Schwab account or a Tasty Trade account, but most importantly, a Tradier account. Okay, if you really want to do this the right way, all right. And we're also in now futures. Okay, we're going to be automating future strategies on Tradier as well as a few other brokers. So we've got a lot going on here in the PeakBot world. If you want to talk to our team, head on over to our website. It's right below us, peakbot.com, and you can find us there and start a chat with our team and schedule some time. So Ben, how about economic events? And let's get out of here.
All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's see what we've got going on this week. So in terms of what is happening today, we've got some bill auctions. That's about it. Looks like the rest of the economy's taken off for 420.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Monday into Tuesday. On Tuesday, not much of note. Tuesday into Wednesday. Looks like we've got a 20-year bond auction. So anybody that's trading Maxis strategies will not get their 0DT trades on Wednesday. Wednesday into Thursday, it looks like, again, not too much going on. Some S&P data in the morning. And then Friday, fairly quiet, other than this Michigan consumer sentiment report, which I think it's kind of lost its shine over the last.
Well, that's right when as soon as you put your guard down, it's when it attacks.
That's true. It's true. Yeah, so I mean, that's what we're looking at over the next week. I'd say, in my opinion, relatively quiet week. Nothing that I'm too concerned over.
Okay. Well, best of luck to everybody who is out there trading through this chaos. If you are doing it manually, you're brave. And I'm not going to call you silly because maybe you're good, but I know most of you aren't, just statistically speaking. Dougbot got smoked last week. I need to know more about Dougbot, unless he's just talking about himself. Which
I think he's talking about himself. Maybe not.
Hey, Doug, if you're a good trader with good returns long term, why don't we copy trade you? There you go, Doug. We can call you out, man. Why don't you come see? Why don't you come talk to us? Let's talk. All right, guys. I think that'll do it here for today's show. We may be live Friday. Should be live Friday.
I think so.
Friday at noon for the automation station. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. And as always, we'll see you at the peak. Take care, everybody.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.